doing? Hope that you are doing fine and staying healthy. Today, we will continue our lesson from our previous times. Again, we are still on Unit 3. Unit 3, this time is on page 21, 22, and 23. And today's lesson, we're going to be doing a lot of reading comprehensions. Reading comprehensions means understanding what you just read. Today we're going to read about a noisy neighbors. Do you know what a noisy neighbor is? Do you have a noisy neighbors? For example, I used to live in an apartment nearby, and my neighbors was very noisy. Every night there was music, there was banging at the wall, so where I lived was very noisy. So do you have a noisy neighbors? How are they noisy? Do they playing the music loud? They were banging on walls, or they have a lot of friends or guests come over. There's many ways a noisy can be neighbors. You might be noisy to your neighbors. Have you thought about that? Do they have certain times where the music goes off, the banging goes off, and time to sleep? Well, in our reading today, we're going to talk about all this and how to respectfully ask your neighbors to be quiet. It's the bedtime, or my children's or my family's is studying. So we're going to talk about all this. And we're going to read the passage on page 21. And we're going to try to understand this page, understand our readings, and answer a few questions at the back. But today, I want you to read the article first. And once reading the article, you will come across some words that you might or might not know. And from reading this word, try to figure out what these words mean by matching the words before it or after it. If you have difficulties understanding some of these words during our sessions, you can contact me anytime, and I will try my best to explain to you what these words mean. But I want you to try to figure it out yourself. These are some words that I wrote down that will be in your readings. These words will come up in your readings. But when these words do come up, I want you to try to figure out the meaning of the words from the context. So if this word shows up, I want you, part of our exercise is write down the meaning of these words. Okay? Can we please go to page 21 on your textbooks? I'll give you a few seconds to go to your page. On page 21 on your textbooks, the title of it is A Noisy Neighbors. I'm going to read this with you slowly one time, then I want you to read it again on your own time to fully understand its meaning. Can you please read with me and join me in reading this text? Okay, here we go. John couldn't take it anymore. His upstairs neighbor was blasting her stereos again. He had asked her twice already to turn the volume down. The first time he asked, she was surprised. She said she didn't know that he could hear her stereo. Yes, he said, it's just like your stereo was in my living room. I can't even hear every note. She said she would keep it down. He hoped that she was telling the truth. Of course, she wasn't. The very next day, she blasted her stereo again. He marched upstairs to remind her of her promise. She said the volume was so low that she could barely hear it. He asked her to turn it down lower. She said she would try. John could swear that when he re-entered his apartment, the music was louder than when he had walked upstairs. So, this was the third time. He took his baseball bat upstairs with him. He knocked very loudly on her door. When she opened the door, he screamed at her like a crazy person. He told her he would kill her if she didn't turn the music down and keep it down. Her eyes got big. He went back downstairs. He couldn't hear a note. I can't believe I said that, he told himself. Now, I want you to read it again, slowly, and try to, if you see these words, or some other words, try to figure out what these words mean. For example, the word march. He marched upstairs in a quick pace. He marched upstairs. Can you guess what I'm doing? Am I running? And I'm walking? Or am I marching? Blasting. The stereo was blasting. Can you figure out or write in your own words what does blasting mean? And when you come up with the word volume. John asked her, can she please turn the volume down? The volume down from what source? From the air conditioner? From the refrigerator? From her music? From her phone? What is he talking about, turning the volume down? Can you, from reading the context, can you figure that out? From figuring it out, can you write down the meaning of the word volume for me? Again, if you have any problems or any misunderstanding about some of this word, please let me know through the Telegram or post it up and ask me, and I will explain it to you. Okay, now on to our task, our first task of this video. After you read the article on page 21, I want you to answer the following questions below. I want you to circle the correct answers. There are 3 questions. You can find these questions in your reading. Read it slowly and understand it. If there's any words that you can figure out or put together, try to read the words behind it and the word in front of it and try to figure out what the word means. And if you still don't understand, let me know and I will try to guide you the best that I can. I'm going to give you one quick example of how to answer these questions. Question number 1, where does John live? In the article, it tells you where he lived. If you think he lived in an apartment, circle apartment. If the article says he lived in a house, circle house. If the article said he lived in a hotel, circle hotel. For number 1, 2, and 3, I want you to circle the correct answer. Once you have completed these tasks, over here, on my left side, and over here on my right side, I want you to send me your answers. But please send it to my personal Telegram so I can properly mark it, correct it, and give you feedback on your answers. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the second video. Bye. Again, class, welcome to our second videos of this series. So, what have you learned on your first videos? Have you learned any new vocabularies? Have you learned any new words? Did you understand what you read about a noisy neighbors? Do you have a noisy neighbors? I hope some of your answers are no, because you don't want to have too much of a noisy neighbors, because you want to sleep more at night. Well, on our second task, we can do more reading comprehensions, meaning understanding what you read. Because sometimes we have to read a lot of stuff, and after we read, we want to ask ourselves, do we understand what we just read? Because we can't just sign any papers or any articles without fully understanding what we signed. Today we're going to read about different topics. We're going to read about shopping. I know some of you love shopping, something you love to do. And our reading is on page 22. There is a lot of reading on this page, and you will come up with words that you might not understand. But I want you to, when you come up with these words, I want you to try to figure what the word means by reading the sentence. before asking me or looking at other sources to figure out the words. But I wrote down some words that might be a little challenge for you. When you come up with these words, try to figure out what they mean. After you figure out what they mean, try to write it down for yourself, but also want you to send it to me so I can see if you know what the words mean. Okay, I'm going to read this whole text with you. If you can, read it with me. I'm going to read it slow so you can follow me. After I read it, I want you to also read it maybe 1 or 2 more times so you can understand. Again, this title is about shopping. Is it necessary to go shopping? Why do you like to go shopping? Because you want to buy food, clothes, maybe a new shirt, tie, or stuff for your personal care. Is it important to do that? This article tells us about when is the best time to go shopping, when is not the best time to go shopping, and how to shop. Either you want to spend a lot of money, you want to save some money, or you have money given to you by friends or family that you want to shop with them. These articles will explain to you all these things. I hope after reading it you can explain it to me back and answer some of my questions. Okay, I'm going to read the article now. So please try to follow me. It's pretty long. Shopping is a necessary part of life, which very few people can avoid. It is a daily routine for some people. Some people shop for pleasure, while other people go shopping just to buy necessary items to survive. The weekend is usually a good time to go shopping because people have free time from work. At this time, the shops are usually very busy because people try to get the best items for the lowest price before the items run out of stock. Some people go shopping more regularly than other people to browse shopping. In shops, even when they do not have much money, this is known as window shopping, and allow people to plan ahead and save for the things they want to buy in the future, or wait for an item to drop in price. Some people spend a lot of time looking for bargains, while others do not think of the price and they are happy to spend a lot. Some people believe that the more expensive the item, the better the quality. But this is not always true. It is sensible to buy items which are affordable. But some people use a credit card or borrow money from the bank so they can buy the items they really want rather than for it. Sometimes shopping can be stressful when choosing a gift to buy for other people for a special occasion. It is common to buy gift vouchers so that a friend or loved one can go shopping themselves. At their own convenience, shopping online is often popular with people who have a busy lifestyle. People are able to order their necessary and luxury items from the comfort of their own home or even on the move. Delivery is usually free and items are often cheaper than shops on high streets. The only real problem is that the item descriptions and quality may be different than what they hope for. This could mean the customers may become disappointed with the item they receive and will need to return it at their own cost. People who go to shop to do their shopping often use self-service payment machines. This usually saves time as the shopper does not need to join a long queue. However, it can be frustrating when the machine has a problem and the sales assistant is not always available to help. I hope you can follow me, but now on your free time, right now, I want you to read it slowly and try to understand what you just read. According to the article, is shopping fun? When is the best time to go shopping? Do people like to stand in line to go shopping, or people just like to rush in to go shopping? Or do you like a bargain? Do you buy your stuff at a bargain, or you buy it very expensive? What is bargain? Take a second to think about it. Okay, I'll give you an example. For example, if I buy this pen at the mall for $5, or I can go to the outside market and buy it for $2. So what is the bargain? Is the bargain buying it for $5 or buying it for $2? What is the bargain? And from reading that text and from understanding what I just said, what does bargain mean? Think about it. After you figure out your answers, write it down and submit it for me so I can check to see if you understand. If there's any more help with words that you don't understand, please contact me and I will hopefully guide you through this exercise. Okay, on to our second task for today. I want you to, after reading the articles on page 22, answer the following questions on page 23 and 22, or 22 and 23. There are 5 questions. All of these questions could be obtained from the articles. All the answers are in the articles. And when you find the correct answers, I want you to circle the answers. Circle A, B, or C. Some questions have D. I'm going to do one example with you so you can understand. This is question 1. Question 1 states, why is the weekend a good time to go shopping? According to the article, they said the weekend is a good time to go shopping. It's great. Why is it? Is it A, it is very busy on the weekend? Is it B, people are free from work because it's a good time to go shopping because people don't have to work? Or is it C, things are usually cheaper? Is there a bargain when people are off work or going to go shopping? Or D, the shops are closed. Why is the weekend a good time to go shopping? If you think the answer is A, I want you to circle A. If you think the answer is B, circle B, and so on. And do the same thing for question 1 through 5. Okay, this concludes our second video, and I hope to see you again on our last video. Bye. Good afternoon. Welcome back, class. Welcome to our third videos of today's lessons. This is our last lesson. It entails homework. But this homework today is a little different from our previous homework because, like our previous lesson, we're gonna do a lot of reading. We're gonna be doing a lot of reading comprehensions, meaning understanding what you read. And this homework, it is on page 24. 24 talks about the city Phnom Penh. There are an article about the city, about how big is the city, where's some public places and some royal places in Cambodia and in Phnom Penh. But before I explain to you more of the homework, I would like to read this article with you so you can understand some of these words. Like our previous lesson, if there's some words that you don't understand, try from the context to figure out the meaning by reading the words behind it or reading the word in front of it. If you still have difficulty understanding what the words mean, let me know and I will gladly help you with the meanings of the words. Okay, on to our reading of the text. Please follow me. Then you can read it yourself. The topic is about Phnom Penh. I hope you are in Phnom Penh right now. If you are with us. Phnom Penh is the biggest city in Cambodia. It is the culture, commercial, and political center of the country. The city offers extensive culture and historical attractions, including temples, museum, the royal palace, and also has accommodation from simple house guests to 5-star hotels. Royal Palace and Silver Pagoda. The Royal Palace is open to visitors even though the King of Cambodia still lives there occasionally. If the blue royal flag is flying, the king is in residence. Different buildings have different attics and restored over time, even up until the mid-1960s, but some date back to the 19th centuries. You can visit the throne hall with ceiling mirrors depicting the story of Ramayana, the Moonlight Pavilion, where classical Khmer dance have been performed for decades, and the Silver Pagoda named after the 5 tombs of tile covering of its floor. The Silver Pagoda also housed the famous Emerald Buddha. Again, I want you to read this text on your own. If there's some words that you don't understand, please try to figure out the meaning of the words from the text. Because some words have 2 or 3 different meanings, but I want you to figure out the word from its context. Okay, after reading the text, I want you to answer the 4 questions at the bottom of the page, on page 24. There are 4 questions about Phnom Penh, the text we just read. Hope after reading this article you will understand more about Phnom Penh, and you'll be able to tell your families, your friends about the city, where to visit, where to go, and where to have fun. Okay, I'm going to do one example for you. From reading the text, I wrote down the questions that I got from the text. And these questions also entails the questions on the bottom of your page. Question says, I wrote down, is Phnom Penh the capital of Cambodia? What is capital? Take a minute to think about it. From the sentence I wrote down, is Phnom Penh the capital of Cambodia? If you don't understand the word capital, try to figure out from the text or from the context that I just wrote. Capital means the major city, or is it the city where all the politicians and the prime ministers and the king live? Is Phnom Penh the capital of Cambodia? If it is, you write down yes. Yes, Phnom Penh is the capital of Cambodia. This is an example of a question I wrote down and how I answer it. I also want you to answer it in the same way. Don't just answer yes. Answer yes and give me a reason why is it yes or why is it no. There are 4 questions on this homework activities, and you will have 1 week to send it back to me. If there's any questions or if there's any words that you cannot figure out, let me know and I will gladly try to explain it to you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson about shopping and a noisy neighbor, and I hope you understand what you read. That is called reading comprehension. Understanding what you read. Thank you and hope to see you again next week. Bye, be safe, and have fun.